Hey guys, my name is Tricia and welcome to NewStory Church's YouTube channel. We're so glad you're watching with us today, and we're going to be asking the question, is your faith dead or alive? Today, I'm going to share a quick insight that I got while I was reading the Bible, specifically from the book of James. Now, he poses this question in James chapter 2, verse 14. What good is faith without works? Luckily for us, it was a rhetorical question, and he answers it himself in verse 17. He says, faith without works is dead. Now, let me give you a quick visual to understand what James is saying here, right? He is saying that faith without works leads to death. Now, if we all took math, then we would know that if this is true, then the inverse is also true, which would mean that faith plus works then leads to life. So let me try and break this down to something that's a little bit more relatable. Many of us have been a part of meetings, right now probably Zoom meetings, that have been very long and had a lot of talk, right? So there was a lot of talk and a decision was made, but after the meeting, there was no action. There was no follow through. Usually when that happens, that leads to death. Usually death of the soul, because you've just spent all this time in a meeting, but more so because it felt meaningless, right? Nothing changed. In the same way, if you leave a meeting where there was a lot of talk and a decision was made, but there is follow through, there are action steps that are taken, then that leads to progress. Or what I like to say, growth, which is just another nice word for life, right? Our faith works in the same way. If we say that we love Jesus, right? So I love Jesus, woohoo! But we don't actually take any action, our faith dies. It leads to death of faith. Boo. But if we say that we love Jesus, I love Jesus, yeah! But we actually do take a step of faith, or we do action, that leads to life. I apologize for the messy writing. When you say that you believe in Jesus, but you don't actually live that way, that if your life doesn't reflect that, you don't take actions to show this, you don't give Jesus or God an opportunity to show up. You don't give him an opportunity to prove to you exactly how big he is. But if you do believe in Jesus and you do take steps of faith, no matter how big or small, you invite God in and give him an opportunity to show you just how big he is. You give him an opportunity to show you that he is worth believing in. And that way, your faith grows. Every step of faith you take helps you grow your faith, and it leads to life. So my question to you today is your faith dead or alive? If your faith may need a little bit of life, might need a lifeline, I would like to invite you to do something about it. Perhaps you need to take an action step. That might look like joining a small group. Perhaps it means stepping up and volunteering at a ministry in church. Perhaps it's putting your money where your mouth is. Maybe you need to start donating to a cause that you've been thinking about, or begin tithing to church. Maybe your step of faith would be accepting your friend's invitation to visit church. Whatever it looks like, my prayer for you is that you do something. Step out in faith and invite God to show up. Well, that's what I learned from James chapter 2. I hope it was helpful for you. If you liked this video, please be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel. I hope to see you soon.